Alright guys, we're back to the job. It's that store that I showed you that we had to give a price quote for this remodel. Basically, in the previous video I showed you how there was a bunch of wires just hanging down from the ceiling. It was about 100 jumpers and basically pieces of wire were had to be addressed and got rid of. Most of them, I was actually surprised. I was able to get rid of most of them, and there was only one junction box had to be added up in the attic. All these wires you see, we got rid of all the recess cans. There's some recess cans. There's some bath fans that were even they're old and they're not being used anymore. There's a bunch of boxes, 3 gains, 2 gains, singles that we got rid of. Basically right now you see all these wires just hanging down. The customer, he wanted actually those old work recess, not a cans, but they're actually LED LED lights, and they have a little driver inside, not inside but outside of the wire, and all you have to do is just terminate these Romex cables inside of the driver, and they have little spring loaded like clamps that you just clamp on each side of the drywall, and they're most of the time they're just used for remodels. They're pretty new. I installed a few of them. First, when I was doing an estimate, I counted. I thought there was gonna be like 40 recess cans. There are actually 32. So I'm gonna credit my customer, or actually I'm gonna ask him if he wants me to change all these outlets. And there was a couple other things that I added without charging. So basically what we have here is there used to be just a 2-gain box. Now it's a 3-gain. One is for the light right here at the entrance outside. One's gonna be the light for this side of the store. If you're thinking, man, it's just gonna be one circuit for this side of the store, it's those lights, they only pull like 10 or 13 amps, not 13 amps, 13 watts, and 15 amp is good for like 1500 watts, so it's plenty of. I'm not overloading or anything. You're supposed to actually, this is constant use, so you gotta multiply by 125%. So it's fine with the load capacity on the circuit. And this one right here, I ran a separate home run, so you have one home run, one for the outside, sharing with the light switch for these lights right here, and one separate home run that's just gonna feed the rest of these lights. There's like 15, I believe. So job is not as bad as I expected. Then there's the switch for this one's just for this light right here at the entrance, and this one's for the utility room. Right now I have the power off because HVAC, not HVAC, the drywall guy is supposed to be coming, and I want to make sure everything is dead and disconnected and there is no incidents. Just try to be on the safe side as I'm supposed to be. Basically this is the bathroom. It has a combo since this wall got moved, I had to fish and old work these lights switches right here and bring the power here. There's an outlet right here, and the vanity is gonna be in here. They had to run the plumbing, and there's a pipe in the back, so I'm gonna have to use one of those old work pancakes. They're actually pretty handy. They have this bar that goes behind the drywall, and pancake just attaches to the drywall. I didn't have it on the truck, so I have to whenever they're putting a drywall on top of the drywall to cover. I guess it's to cover the old one, ugly drywall. So when they will get done with that, we'll just come back and just finishing it up, make some final touches. I'm gonna have to relabel both panels because just a mess, what's marked, what's not. And this is gonna be, I guess it's gonna be like the water heater is gonna go here, because the water used to be in a utility room. I guess it's gonna be like a utility closet. I had to add a switch here. It's all gonna get drywalled, so I could have made it better job without cutting the holes, but they said the drywall guy is gonna be here, so that's why you see I was told, for some reason, the way they had the plumbing here, I thought that's just gonna be a bathroom. So I made a cutout actually for a 3 gang, and then I came back the next day and I seen they have a loop. That's for the water heater, so it's not gonna be a bathroom. It's just gonna be a single bathroom in the store. So I end up putting piece of drywall back. They'll just patch it. So it came out pretty good. The only thing I don't know. This is the store, and it never had any smoke detectors. I'll have to talk to inspector. I mean, I would think there had to be some kind of smoke detectors, but they just had basically lights in here. Since I'm not the customer, just specifically just wanted the lights and wanted me to get rid of these wires that were hanging down, and we spent like 2 days up in the attic pulling all the wires out. It actually took us twice the amount of time to get rid of the old stuff than actually running these lights. Running these lights weren't that bad, but it was just it was a mess up there. There was like wires just wire knotted together, and they were just sitting in insulation. So whatever we seen, we end up taking them apart and put in a junction box and a plate over it, just out of the courtesy. And that's what the electrician's supposed to do. Whatever they see that is hazardous. And basically, if the inspector gonna want us to get the smoke detectors up to code and run, dedicated line, and I mean, we'll do it. We'll just have to talk to the customer and explain him. But we're pretty much done. We'll just have to come back, and I'm gonna just end up replacing all these switches and outlets just to make it pretty. I mean, it doesn't cost us much. And install all these recess lighting. I don't even know what they call them. Wayne, everybody called them differently. I mean, I heard people call them old work LED lights. If you guys know the proper terminology, what they called, they're basically just like a really thin, almost looks like a recess trim, and on top they have a selector on the color of the lights that you want to select. and then they have these like little wings that they go all over the drywall, and they basically hang on the drywall. They're really light, and out of that trim there's a wire. There's like a MC wire coming out. I believe it's MC, or it could have been a low voltage. I don't remember, but anyway, there's wire coming out of it, and there's a little box like this big. It's a driver, and these wires, they get terminated in there. If you guys know what they're actually called and what are you supposed to call them, please comment and let me know, because everybody called them differently. I just wonder if you guys do know. All right, it's a wrap up for this video. If you guys have any questions, any thoughts, this is like pretty new for me. I usually do new construction, or I do industrial. So this is something, I don't know, I decided to. I had a client that we're doing a big project for him, and he asked me if I can do this little store. So this wasn't as bad as I expected, because it was a big jungle in here. All right, guys, until the next time.